Hey, my name is Kevin Neglia, the owner and founder of Locomotion New York, a movement studio on Long Island. Today, I want to talk about movement terminology, also known as the language of movement. One of our main goals here is to help you move better. And the best way to ensure that we do that is to help you understand what that means. Terminology literally refers to the terms that we use to help you understand which parts of your body move in what ways and how we're asking you to move them in that moment. Basic things like extension, flexion, rotation, moving certain segments of the spine while not moving others. The best part about all of this is that it's already baked into the work. If you're going to do push-ups and lunges and squats, and you're gonna learn new patterns on the floor, and you're gonna be on the bar, then you might as well also learn about what your body's doing and how it does it. The easiest way to improve an exercise is to give the student an effective cue that tells them what should be where and when. Where should my shoulders be when I'm learning a chin-up? What about a push-up? If you learn these things alongside performing the movement, not only will you make better progress, but you'll also reduce your risk of injury, and then later on be able to ditch those cues and move on to a more movement-oriented approach. So when people start with us, the first thing we do is terminology of the spine. We want people to understand how the cervical vertebrae move, moving down to the thoracic, and eventually the lumbar as well. Which parts move easily, which parts are more difficult, which parts we want to keep stable, and this really helps people improve their general quality of movement. We call that the inner frame. Next, we move out to the outer frame. That's when we start to deal with the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists, and the fingers. A lot of people are having issues in these areas simply because they're not aware of what they can do. They're either not using them to their full potential, or they're overusing certain patterns that if they learn some new ones, they would feel better. And so terminology gives us options. We can learn first about our joints and our body and the way that that's moving, and then we can develop a terminology around patterns, and then we can develop a terminology around putting those patterns together, and eventually this can build and build and build. We also feel it's important to teach our students about moving through different planes of movement, as we're typically moving through multiple planes of movement at once, but a lot of exercise programs really limit us to one or at most two. This really discounts the complexity of our bodies, and in order to feel good, we really do need to move through all three. Understanding what these planes are can also help ensure that you're doing it on a daily basis. You only ever get one body, and you'll only live this life once. It is worth it to better understand your body. Don't be a stranger. Learn some of these basic terms. It will be worth it 10 times over.